Hello everyone, welcome back to Season 3 of the Advanced Pokemon Enterprise. My name is DemonBattler, the coach of the Vegas Golden Sirnights, and as you can see, we are kind of hitting a slump to start the season. We are currently 0-2 with a -3 differential, which is a bit rough, but we can deal with that. We can potentially come back and improve. However, I feel like this week will probably not be that week. Because today we are facing off against Ladner and the Saint Louis Sableyes. So the Saint Louis Sableyes are a very good team in the lower division of the division, and in fact, Ladner was the one that won the Grookey division last season. And surprise, surprise, he's actually the one that won using Tapu Koko and Hawlucha as a combination. Now granted, this was back before Scarlet and Violet and the Paradox Pokemon existed, but even still, it's a thing to pay attention to. And the fact that he was that strong of a coach makes me worried that we're probably not having much of a chance here. But let's take a look at his roster, and yeah, this is going to be a really tough matchup here. Ladner in general tends to be really good at coming up with team compositions, and this roster is a very scary one to deal with. Right off the top, we see Iron Valiant, which is probably the scariest Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet to date. It has the Fairy Fighting typing, it is really fast, really strong in both offenses, and with Quark Drive active, it means that it can basically give itself a boost to any stat it wants at this point, depending on how you set it up, and it is going to be fucking terrifying. Then we look at the rest of it, and it is basically a combination of hard hitters and bulky problems. Zapdos can fit both tiers. It can act as a strong attacker and also a very bulky flying type. Melmetal is here as a very strong physical attacker as well as a very strong defensive Pokemon. And then we see Donphan down below, who is good for setting up rocks, good for spinning away rocks, and just a general asshole with Sturdy. And then we see the makings of a decent water core. Politoed to help set up the rain. Goodra has hydration, which can help prevent status while in the rain, and as well being a bulky dragon type in general is a problem. And then Barraskewda, who is not only a Terra Captain, but with a high speed stat of, I believe it's 136 as a base. That, and the fact that it's a fairly strong physical attacker means that in the rain, this thing can be evil. And then rounding up the team, we see a Hisuian Typhlosion, Roselia, Galarian Moltres, who is also another Terra Captain, and Kamala, who can actually be a bit bulky if you're not too careful. So overall, this team is definitely a really scary one, and definitely one to have a lot of thoughts about in terms of team planning. With that being said, this is the team I'm expecting him to bring. I'm expecting him to go Iron Valiant, Zapdos, as well as the Rain Core and Donphan to either set up rocks or to just spin away any hazards we try to set. So, my big thing about this is I'm willing to bet Ladner's expecting me to bring my Koko Lucha core, because not only have I brought it the first 2 weeks, but on top of that, it is his bread and butter from previous season, so I feel like he's expecting me to bring it to basically try to one-up him. However, we're going to make a slight change to our team plan, and brace yourselves, this is going to look really weird. But this is the team we've decided to bring. We have decided to forego the excessively fast roster idea and instead focus on bulk and defense. So, looking at this, we have Lola, who is our Sylveon. She's carrying the choice specs because her goal is going to basically be a wall breaker as best we can. She is somewhat defensive, so she can still take a hit or two that isn't super effective necessarily, but she's got max special attack, max HP, and her attacks are Hyper Voice to get past substitutes, and with Pixelate it's a strong fairy attack, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Quick Attack is there for priority just in case we need it to clean up to basically clean up anything that's faster than her. And then we go down, we see Parker, who is our heavy duty boots holding Arachnid. Water Bubble is the ability, and it has Liquidation, Leech Life, Poison Jab, and Ice Beam. Ice Beam is a bit of an odd choice, admittedly. However, my choice for that is because of the fact that between Roselia, between Moltres, and between Zapdos, we really need to deal with all of those fairly well. And Ice Beam actually is a fairly decent attack as coverage options. So even though Araquanid's special attack is not all that great, if we could get a decent enough chip damage off with it, then it's kind of worth it. And with the heavy duty boots, that means that even if Donphan sets up rocks, Araquanid's not going to be taking anything from those, which isn't too bad because Liquidation and Ice Beam can both deal pretty significant damage to Donphan as well. Then going down, we see Pringle, who is making his debut. The leftovers holding Water Absorbing Jellicent, holding Recover, Hex, Scald, and Ice Beam. So I decided to go with Hex instead of Shadow Ball because we're carrying Scald, which has a good chance to burn most of his team. Hex can deal a lot of damage in that regard if that happens. And we also have another option later in the team to talk about that can potentially help out with Hex. Moving on, we have Evangeline, who is sitting here, Terra Dragon type, with Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Rock Slide, and Steel Wing, basically going as much into coverage as possible, and also carrying a Wide Lens. The reason is that Rock Slide and Steel Wing both have a 90 accuracy, which I am very much afraid of, so with Wide Lens, that bumps the accuracy to 99%. Does it necessarily do anything to buff damage? No. Does it do anything to protect Evangeline? No. However, if we could get a single Dragon Dance off, that makes her faster than most of his team. If we somehow manage to get 2 off, then she's basically faster than anything out there that isn't Scarfed. And with a Rock Slide and Steel Wing having coverage options, both at 99 accuracy, it basically means that if we miss one of those 2 attacks, then the game just outright does not want us to win, or at least connect. Then moving on, we have Luna, or Cresselia, who is also carrying leftovers, and basically a bit of a general setup here. Max defense, max HP, Calm Mind, Moonblast, Energy Ball, and Ice Beam. Once again, focusing a little less in recovery and focusing more on coverage and bulk. With leftovers, hopefully we can get enough recovery to make that important. And then finally, also making his debut today, we have Puff the Furfrou, who is also carrying leftovers and also carrying a few interesting moves. Cotton Guard is here to max its defense, which it has max HP, 100 special defense, and 168 speed. The reason is because the higher speed allows it to outspeed, I believe, anything that is 90 base speed or lower. And it also carries Toxic, which can help to whittle things down, as well as give Pringle a little bit of support. Do I expect our team to really win? Probably not. This is definitely going to be an uphill battle, but we're going to take a chance. And if he really plans his team to be focused entirely on Cocolucha, then this can act as a really good curveball. So with that being said, let's get into the battle. Let's see what happens. Alright, so now we're into the battle, and looking at his team, wow, we're actually about halfway off, which I guess is par for the course here. I mean, although I do see the Valiant and the Zapdos, so I do at least expect that. I did expect that, so we got that part right. Donphan, same thing, but Melmetal, Moltres, and Kamala. Interesting. Okay, so now we need to figure out how we're going to handle this specifically. And honestly, I think the best play is just to start with Araquanid, because honestly, I think Donphan might start, and if he goes for something like a Stone Edge, maybe it'll deal a lot, but I feel like we have a good chance of nailing him hard and fast, and if he sets up rocks, then he sets up rocks. Most of my team's not going to be that concerned on it. So yeah, we're going to start with Parker. Oh, and he starts with Melmetal. Interesting. Okay, I don't actually know exactly what Melmetal will do here. Let's see. So assuming he goes fully offensive related, Liquidation would do about a third? But Thunder Punch would definitely do a lot here as well. So I guess the question is, what do we want to do? Do we want to just... Okay, well, before we do any of that, let's stop for a second and think about how we want, what exactly Parker does here. Let's see. Moltres, like, Ice Beam does a fair amount here to half his team. So I guess that's kind of an important thing to pay attention to, and Poison Jab can also deal with Iron Valiant as well. So I kind of feel like Melmetal would probably... I feel like staying in is probably not a good idea for that. So... Man, I don't know, because, like... Melmetal has double Iron Bash, I know that. Superpower could be a thing, but I doubt he'd go for it directly. I don't want to necessarily switch into Evangeline right off the bat, honestly. And I definitely don't want to switch into Pringle, because I'm expecting something like a Thunder Punch. Okay. Well, seeing as how we need to be a bit defensive, and... honestly, man, this is actually tough, because there isn't anything that I have necessarily that deals with Melmetal except for Evangeline. So, I guess the best play would be to start with Evangeline, expecting Thunder Punch. Let's go for that. Let's see. Okay, and Ladner went for it. Good to know. The real question is what the hell he's got. He probably has Ice Punch, actually, now that I think about it. Shit. Well, we are faster. So I guess the question is, how much would that do? Earthquake... So assuming very little defensive investment, Earthquake +1 only, Earthquake Moment only does about half. And with Ice, assuming it has Ice Punch, I don't know if it can have that, but we'll assume Ice Punch would guarantee. Ice Punch would have a very high chance of killing. That's a problem. Okay. Has about a 50-50 chance of one-shotting, and I believe even a +1 Earthquake, yeah, +1 Earthquake is not going to be enough to kill. So, damn. The question is, do we switch into? So what do we do then? Okay, well, let's see. Evangeline. Honestly, Evangeline does not really have much to go for here. I mean, Rock Slide could deal with Moltres, but that's about it. Yeah, okay, so we're going to Terrestrialize, and we're going to hit Earthquake. Because if we survive the hit, we can at least two-shot. Switches into Donphan. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So now we need to figure out what the hell Donphan's planning to do. Let's see, because he might be setting up rocks. He might be setting up rocks, or he might be going for a knockoff. Which, if he goes for knockoff, that's not the end of the world. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to Dragon Dance. I don't know what he's going to do here, but let's see. Endeavor. Oh, you little shithead. Oh, okay. So he's Endeavor. I assume Ice Shard. You know what? I'm okay with going another one. Okay, that has a chance to kill at another hit, but not fully. We're gonna Earthquake. I want to see what he does. Like, he has to... If he doesn't kill, then yeah, that sucks, because we're gonna... If we don't kill... We live. If this Earthquake does not kill... Okay, good. Evangeline... Okay, don't get me wrong. Evangeline is definitely not going to sweep here. No way in hell. Because I'm pretty sure Iron Valiant has access to... Kamala. I think Kamala has Sucker Punch. Well, okay, here's a question. Is there anything specifically that we have to worry about, though? Aside from Sucker Punch. Like, if it has Sucker Punch, it has Sucker Punch. There's nothing I can do about that. So... We're gonna go Rock Slide. Oh, it actually... And he flinches. Oh... That's actually unfortunate. I feel bad for that. I'm actually curious what Kamala was going to do then. Like, there's no way this is GG. There's no way in hell. There is no... Like, seriously, there's no fucking way that this is GG. This is Ladner we're talking about. I would be astonished if he does not have some kind of priority somewhere. Honestly, I'll be entirely honest, Evangeline at this point is here just to do as much damage as possible before going down. She already took down 2. That's already more than I expected. Okay, there's Moltres. We go for Rock Slide. Fuck it. If it's faster, it's faster. If there's something it can do to be faster, then so be it, but... No. Oh my god, is this actually the end? There literally is no fucking way that this is it. Okay. Okay, so Metal survives. Okay. I'm actually stunned, not gonna lie. Okay, so up to 183. Oh, his Kamala was sashed. That's... Oh, that's actually rough. Wow, I actually feel really bad about that now. Okay, Shoot. We really... Okay. We definitely need to find a way to handle this. We're gonna go into Puff. And we're just gonna Charge Beam. We're faster. We're definitely faster, and 6% should be enough. It should be enough to kill. Yes, and we get the special attack buff, which, I mean, it's 70% chance. I'm not surprised there. Iron Valiant, there we go. We're actually going to Cotton Guard. We're gonna max out as much as we can here. Okay. That's not a lot. Charge Beam does not do a lot either, which is actually depressing. We're gonna actually Toxic. We're gonna whittle this down, is what we're really gonna do. Never mind. That's karma for me. That's actually karma right there. So it has Knockoff, it has Drain Punch. We're gonna take a chance that he might live. Nope, okay. Okay, that actually sucks, but you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. We actually have ways to handle this. Knockoff ice, knockoff drain punch. So we're gonna go poison jab. We're just gonna hit something hard here. The crazy thing though is even though we're 4-2 at the moment, he has a very good chance of coming back and taking this because Iron Valiant is horrifying to deal with. Okay, there's the delayed poison now. And then I don't think Leech Life is worth it. We're actually going to Ice Beam. If he switches, he switches. We're going to Ice Beam. Boy, this really did not go as I thought it would. Spirit Break. Oh, that actually really sucks. Spirit Break. Don't actually know what that does exactly, but good to know now. And then we'll just let the Spirit Break go. Alright, so now it's 3-on-1, and I really don't know. Okay. I think Luna's our best bet here. I don't know exactly what Zapdos is going to do, but we're just going to Calm Mind. Zapdos actually has, the thing is, Zapdos is bulky enough that it has a decent chance of outlasting us still. So we definitely have to keep that in mind. Okay, Hurricane. Let's click one Ice Beam, see what happens. Volt Switch, okay. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this is GG. I'm pretty sure this is going to be GG. And the Hurricane miss just... wow. Man, I did not expect that. I really did not expect that match to go that way. Okay, so, I'm going to talk with Ladner, kind of discuss with them on the post-game, and then we'll go ahead and discuss our post-game. So stay tuned. Wow. Okay, I really did not expect that to happen. Like, of all the teams for me to have a victory against, I sure as hell did not expect it to be Ladner, and I sure as hell did not expect it to be a 3-0. Like, I feel so bad for that Rock Slide, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I knew it was gonna hit. It had a 99% chance of hitting. But the flinch, man, I feel really bad on that one. But, I mean, that's the nature of the game, and Ladner even said that he tends to get lucky a lot of times too, so I guess it's kind of one of those where it's like, you live by the luck, you die by the luck, so. But looking at the MVP for the week, honestly, it's no contest. It is absolutely Flygon. I mean, shit. You look at that battle, there is no way that it was going to be anyone but Flygon. Not only did Flygon get 3 months in a mini sweep of her own, but honestly, the fact that she managed to get the flinch on Kamala actually was important, because with Kamala being sashed, that meant that she would have been taken down immediately after, and that would have left Melmetal there to basically just sweep, because Melmetal actually had 2 really strong moves in its arsenal to work with, and looking at the rest of my team, honestly, that was just enough coverage to basically whittle everything down. And with it also carrying rest, there was no way we were going to be able to finish that off. So, yeah, all in all, we got really lucky in that, but that's just the nature of the game. So, GG, Ladner. It was a great match, and honestly, I have you pegged to be the winner of this division's season anyway, so we'll see what happens later on. With that being said, now we have to go on to next week, and we are facing off against the Carolina Tornadus. I really love this logo as a side note, and they are coached by Breaker, who at the current moment is a 2-0 record. They have currently not fought their Week 3 match, but we're going to find out what their record is next week. So, With that being said, thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next time.